Alright, I just picked up a 357 finally. I've been looking for a 357 for quite a while. I wanted something with a 6-inch barrel. Had no real preference whether it was stainless steel or blued. Was thinking actually of getting a Smith & Wesson, like an old model 19 Combat Magnum. However, I did look at one, but it turned out to be priced a little too high for the condition it was in. It was a nice gun, but it was, like I said, priced a little high. So I decided to pass that up. Luckily, through a buddy of mine at work, I found a deal. Actually, his own pistol, and he had a GP100, and he hardly ever shot it. He's owned it for almost 10 years, and he's rarely shot it at all. And so he was thinking of getting rid of it and getting something else that he was going to enjoy more. So I was able to get it. And this is it. Nice stainless steel GP100. Obviously it's a 357 Magnum, 6-shot. Very nice revolver. And the combination wood and rubber grip, which is kind of interesting. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. Grippy where you need it, not so much where you don't, and smooth. But decent sights on there. Kind of wish there was like an orange paint or something, so I might paint the front sight post a little bit. But other than that, it's very easy to use. I haven't shot it yet, so that's going to be kind of fun. Got a bunch of 38 special. Some came with it when I bought it. Some of this old UMC stuff. And then I bought a bunch of the Winchester 100 round value pack 38 specials. And then I also have a box of 357 Magnum here. Yeah, cost me 27 bucks, but also got this holster for it, Bianchi, and then a speed loader, which is kind of cool. Start to learn how to use those. Like once again, this is my first actual revolver that wasn't the 22. I just bought this single 6 Ruger about a month ago, actually, a little over a month. That was my actual first revolver, I should say. So I guess this isn't my first one, but I'm starting to get into them. Never was really a huge fan of them. I thought, semi-automatics were much better, and when it comes down to it, I think in a lot of ways they are, but there's still a pretty decent following in the revolver world, and there's just something about them that I think everybody should at least own one of some sort. And I think the 357 is probably the best revolver you could buy. I think 44 Magnum is a bit on the high end, and if you're planning on handgun hunting, that's one thing, but for the most part I think 44 Magnum is pretty excessive. And then same with anything above that. But 357, you have the option of shooting 38s or 357 Magnum. So you have the high powered 357, or you could do the 38 special and just go plinking with it. Other than that, I mean, that's pretty much it. It's a nice revolver. It'll be fun to shoot. It's heavy, which is pretty typical. Most revolvers are, but I think that's going to help too in controlling the recoil. It's pretty front heavy, which is nice. But just wanted to show you guys, show you that I am acquiring new things, getting rid of a few, but that's alright. Sometimes you gotta adjust and make room for new stuff, because it's interesting. It's cool to try a bunch of different ones. So, but there you go. Look forward to some range videos with this. Probably gonna shoot next weekend, so I got a bunch of other stuff I gotta post too. So it's just been kind of slow. Been dealing with a lot of other stuff. So but there you go. The GP100. It looks pretty much like the Smith & Wesson variants. Probably pretty close to the Model 19. A little different barrel configuration. The Model 19 ends right here, and then it goes to that, just the barrel. It doesn't have the, whatever you want to call that part that goes all the way to the end. But yeah, pretty nice. So I really look forward to shooting it. I think it's going to be an absolute blast. This one is, it's probably about 10 years old. I don't know if the modern variant of this is pretty much the same. Probably is. Probably haven't changed much. So there you go.